What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the second career mode that's been on my channel like since I started YouTube. Obviously the first one was the Forest one. I'm not sure how many people would have watched that one, but I didn't decide to carry on just because I wasn't enjoying it. So now I'm going to do the Man City career mode, as you can tell by the title, and hopefully we'll be doing 1 or 2 seasons by the time FIFA 18 arrives, and then I'll be doing another few career modes on FIFA 18. But while the game's like dying down a bit and like losing its taste for a lot of players, so I'm going to start on Man City career mode. I've done all the transfers just to like in real life, and I've just done the Neymar one, which obviously happened tonight. And yeah, so let's get into it. So obviously we're going to do the pre-season tournament, so I'm going to advance to invites, and not that it really matters, but we're going to do the most the one for the most money because it makes more sense. So yeah, we're going to do the pre-season tournament. I don't know who's in it yet, I didn't really look. Just some of the things we've got to do this season, we'll go and have a look at them right now. So let's check the objectives now for the season. Obviously youth development, as you can see on screen, we've only got to grow 1 academy player by 5 overall points, playing in 5 matches, either a sub or starting 11. Gain £170 million from shirt sales, which should be quite easy, and earn 323 million from media earnings, which should be quite easy, seeing as we should be winning quite a few tournaments. Financial, very low, no objectives for that, because obviously everyone knows Man City is a very rich club. But they're chucking us at the deep end. First season, we need to win the league and win the cup. I think, personally, I think we can do it because of the team we've got. On paper, it's the best in the league, in my opinion. And Champions League, we need to reach the final. We don't have to win it, we just have to reach the final, something that I don't think City's ever done, and if they have done it, it was a long time ago. So yeah, they're the objectives for the season, and let's see what players we can bring in. Just before we jump into the transfer side of things of the career mode, this is going to be the starting 11 I'll be playing with on the opening day and throughout pre-season. Edison in goal, Walker, Stones, Company and Mendy across the back 4, De Bruyne, Silva and Torre in the midfield, and Sterling, Aguero and Sane as the front 3, with Jesus, Fernandinho, Bernardo Silva, Gundogan, Danilo, Otamendi and Bravo on the bench. So that's the team I'm going to be playing, and probably my first team. Obviously injuries depend on things, but that's the first team. And hopefully it will get us the Premier League title, the cup, and maybe reach the final. So just quickly before we have a look at the shortlist I've already put together, these are the 5 players I'll be training: Jesus, Sane, Stones, Mendy and Edison. There's some of the younger first team players at the club. Obviously that's what I want to do at the time being, like improve my first team, then we can concentrate on the youth players coming through and improving it for next season. But we need to get this first team and the young players in the squad to a decent overall, so that we can compete at the highest possible level in the Champions League and Premier League. So the shortlist of players I've put together are Moya, Sanchez, Koke, Mbappe, Icardi and Griezmann. So Moya, I think Bravo, I'd like to get rid of him. I don't like him in real life and I don't like him in the game, so I'd like to get rid of him as a backup, and bring Moya in as a backup to Edison and play him in cup games, and whether Edison like gets injured or anything, which is highly unlikely, but it could happen, bring him in as a backup. Renato Sanchez I'm going to try and get on loan this season and then buy him next season, because he's a wonderful talent in the world of football. So we're going to offer for him straight away a 1-year deal and see if Bayern get back to us on him. Koke, I was just thinking for the time now, Dario Silva's getting a bit older. Koke's 24, he's got quite a few years left in him, so it's just an option. Mbappe, Icardi and Griezmann, obviously 3 strikers. Mbappe the youngest of all 3. Griezmann probably the most experienced out of all 3. Icardi good, but he's got to grow yet until he's world class. And I was just thinking, I'm going to let you lot comment down below who out of them 3 you'd like me to bring to City to play with Aguero or just behind him or anything like that, and give me suggestions what to do with the team down below, and I'll take them into consideration. So just before we sim the Villarreal game in the pre-season tournament, I'm going to chuck 10 million in for Miguel Moya and see what Atletico get back to us. I've checked Bravo. Let me just check again, because I'm not sure if we can get rid of him in this first transfer window. I don't think we can. If we can, it will be excellent, but I don't think we will, because obviously he's a new player to the club. Yeah, we can't get rid of him. We can try and get rid of him on loan, which is what I'm going to try, and I'm going to put him on the loan list and see what happens from there on. So yeah, we're going to sim the Villarreal game now in the first game of the pre-season tournament. I'm just going to skip it because it doesn't mean anything to us. 3-1 win, but the most thing I'm bothered about is that Stones injury. Stones, I wanted to grow and be one of the best centre-backs in the world on the game, like in this career mode for us. But obviously he's injured now. He's only out for 5 days, which is much better news than 3 months or something like that. So yeah, Stones is injured. We win our first game though, and the next game is against Dortmund. But we've had an offer for Sergio Aguero from Manchester United, 70 million. How prices are nowadays, this guy's probably worth like 120, 150 million, something stupid like that. But I'm going to reject, just because I don't want him going anywhere. He's the best player at the club, and if we keep him, that's going to help us get to the final of the Champions League and win the league. And I've just seen that Bayern Munich have accepted the loan offer for us to take Renato Sanchez on loan for 1 season, which is going to be perfect for us. He can just slot in on the bench and come on off the bench and play in the cup and things like that. So we're going to send the second game of pre-season, and it's going to be against Borussia Dortmund, obviously a much harder test than the Villarreal game. We draw that one 2-2, Aguero getting both the goals, Schürrle and Dembele getting the goals for Dortmund. Decent result in the end. Obviously we need to be beating them when it comes to competitive, but it's only a pre-season tournament, so I can accept that. And Bayern, who we just loaned Renato Sanchez off, on to loan Claudio Bravo off of us, so I'm happy to do that. They can have him for a season and we'll sell him when he comes back. So Bravo's gone for the season, we've got Renato Sanchez in, and Atletico said 18.5 for Moya. I'm just going to pay it just because we've got no backup keeper now and we need one, so we're going to pay that for Miguel Moya. So we're going to sim the third game of pre-season and of the tournament, and it's going to be against Atletico Madrid. I think if we win it, we go through to the knockout stage of the tournament, and we absolutely batter them, with Gundogan getting 1, with David Silva, sorry, Sane getting 2, and it ends 4-0 against a good Atletico side. And we've got a few emails, and that is the Moya deal being accepted, which is, I'm going to give him what he wants, but I'm going to try and get him on a 2-year contract. Squad rotation, hopefully. If you don't accept that, I'm going to go up to important just to bring him in. And we get 2.5 million for progressing into the knockout stages of the pre-season tournament. We have Bayern Leverkusen next, so let's see how we get on in that game. And just where we're at, obviously in real life, Nasri's come back to City to play with them this season. I'm not sure what Pep will do with him this season, but I'm going to bring him back off loan from Sevilla. He's going to join the squad. I'm also going to do the same with Mangala because he's back with the squad now. And I'm going to do the same with Wilfred Bonney, just because they're the 3 quality players I can see on the list that are out at the minute. Obviously Jason Denaya's back, well, I'm just going to let him grow in the career mode, see if he comes back a better overall. But yeah, them 3 are back, and let's get into the first game of the knockout stages of the tournament. So we're going to sim the Leverkusen game now. Obviously same lineup again, and we win 1-0 this time. We advance into the final of the pre-season tournament, and if we win it'll be good. First trophy of the season basically. And as you can see there, the last game is against Juventus. Moyes declined his role, declined the contract because he wants a bigger role, so we'll give him that. We'll give him the important first team player, just because that's probably what it will be. Him and Edson just keep swapping. And as you can see, we've received another £3 million from the cup. And let's sim this Juventus game and see if we can win the pre-season tournament first time of asking. Hopefully we can. I think we can. And we do it, but just on penalties. Sane gets another goal of the tournament. He's been a very good player through the pre-season. Marquisio scores for them, but we win 5-4 on penalties, and we win the pre-season tournament, which is very good. Obviously, first tournament we're in, we win it. Win 4.2 million for the final. That's going to do it for the end of the episode. If you've enjoyed, drop a like, subscribe if you haven't for another episode of this Man City career mode. Comment down below what 3 strikers you'd like and what you'd want me to do with the squad and etc. Just things like that. Until then, see ya.